This is One Sentence News, a daily podcast featuring 3 news stories with a sentence-long summary and 1 sentence of context apiece. I'm Colin Wright. It's Monday, December 20th, 2021. Let's talk about the news. From the Wall Street Journal, Omicron's spread prompts canceled holiday events and tightened restrictions. President Biden plans to make some COVID-related remarks tomorrow, but already parts of the U.S. are hunkering down as case numbers balloon in major cities, seemingly overnight, and several large events are canceled due to all the new infections. Omicron's spread is ruining a lot of holidays around the world, with a huge number of lockdowns and restrictions falling into place around Europe. And as cases are reportedly spreading even in China, where they've been brutally efficient at keeping cases near zero for most of the past year and a half. We still don't know everything we need to know about Omicron, but some data is suggesting it's perhaps 20 to 30% less virulent and thus dangerous and deadly than Delta, while other more recent data from the UK suggests it's about the same in terms of medical outcomes, just freakishly good at spreading from person to person. All of which is to say, if things in your hometown aren't yet getting a bit weird and feeling somewhat familiar, like it's the winter of 2020 all over again, there's a decent chance it will begin to feel that way within the next few weeks. From the Associated Press, typhoon deaths in Philippines top 140. Mayors plead for food. The strongest typhoon to hit the Philippines this year has killed at least 146 people, with more deaths expected to be confirmed in the coming days, and hundreds of thousands of people have had to evacuate their homes. Damage from winds and flooding is extensive, impacting nearly 800,000 people, and President Duterte has promised aid for the region. Nearby Malaysia is also struggling in the aftermath of a strong storm, which displaced about 21,000 people with floods caused by torrential rain, more than they usually get in a month over the span of a day, across 7 states. More than 66,000 police, army, and fire department personnel have been rescuing people from vehicles and homes that were submerged in or surrounded by rushes of water. And from The Guardian, Russia issues list of demands it says must be met to lower tensions in Europe. Russian officials have presented a list of demands they want met if they're to stand down their military forces, which are gathered along the Ukrainian border, including a ban on Ukraine ever entering NATO and a limit to how many weapons and soldiers can be deployed in Eastern Europe near Russia. Many of the demands revolve around Russia wanting legally binding guarantees of security from the West, but officials on the other end of negotiations have already indicated that much of what's in these demands are obvious no-goes, and it may be Russia is either looking for a way to invade or mess with Ukraine, while being able to claim they tried to calm things down and the other side wasn't being reasonable. Or they're asking for a whole lot, including things they know they won't get, in order to start high before being negotiated down to whatever it is they ultimately really want. Though all of this is speculation right now, as there are a lot of variables influencing the moves and counter-moves related to this specific bit of diplomacy. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and/or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com, and you can support this and other related projects like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts at understandery.com.